Security Secretary Jay Johnson.
I would say that if anyone is planning to go to the Mall of America today, they've got to be particularly careful. There will be enhanced security, but public vigilance, public awareness, and public caution in situations like this is particularly important.
Joining me now, Ryan Mauro, security analyst for the Clarion project. I found that very vague, to tell shoppers, hey, go ahead and go out and pick up all your packages, but just be careful.
Right, I don't really know what else he could have said, though, because you don't want to tell people don't worry about the threat at all. That would be irresponsible. But you also still want them to go shopping, especially when you don't have specific information about a specific plot. But still, I am very concerned about this video because Al-Shabaab, when they recruited Americans, they've recruited about 40 Americans from the Minnesota area. Yeah. It was always with the objective of going to Somalia. That was the focus. Now Al-Shabaab is shifting their focus to America, so there's really two camps of thought with this. There's the one that says there's threats like this all the time. Al-Shabaab hasn't successfully carried out an attack on American soil, so don't worry about it. Whereas I think, well, Al-Shabaab's focus really hasn't been carrying out an attack in America yet, so we don't know what they're capable of.
Yeah, because some of those people that left Minnesota and went overseas, they were actually involved in suicide bombings over there. So the big threat right now would be, would they like to come back home to the state in which they were reared, where the Mall of America is?
Or what about their supporters that haven't left the United States, that are concerned about being arrested as they try to go to Somalia, whereas the previous focus was saying, okay, if you're radicalized and you want to do a suicide bombing, come to Somalia, fight here. But with the shift focusing and saying, no, we want you to carry out an attack in America, that's really important. And part of that is because of the pressure that ISIS is putting on Al-Shabaab. The bigger objective behind this video was to say, look, we're Al-Qaeda, we do big things. That's why they were talking about the attack in Kenya. They're saying we do pre-operational planning, we do big things, whereas ISIS does small things. They attack people with axes and things like that.
Okay, so I want to talk about that video that you mentioned, because Al-Shabaab's stealing the headlines today away from ISIS, because now they're revealing the long-term plans. Look at this disturbing new video. It shows dozens of boys, some looking as young as 5, being trained as the next generation of jihadists. What are we to make of this, Ryan?
Well, the obvious conclusion is that they want to get attention with this, but there's also another message here, which is basically saying that you can kill all of us, kill our leaders, defeat us on the battlefield, but what victory have you really earned if our kids are going to come and fight you, the next generation down the line? That's the message here, is basically saying that if we suffer a battlefield victory on the part of the United States, well, the fight's going to continue to go on. Our kids are brainwashed, and they're going to brainwash other kids at that impressionable young age.
Okay, what do you make of the fact that the statement from the Department of Homeland Security said that they don't have any credible threat about the Mall of America, and yet our reporting here at Fox has said that sometimes it's these small-scale attacks or lone wolf attacks that you actually don't always get a warning about.
Right. The standard can't be, oh, well, it's only a threat if we are in the process of intercepting one. That's not how it works. The threat is very decentralized. You're not always going to pick up the communications. You're not always going to have the suspects under surveillance. And so I'm concerned about this video more than some other analysts are.
All right. Ryan Mauro, great analysis. Thank you.